Gabriel,
Do we have Demetrius?
Let me patch him in here on Leaving the Ring. Demetrius, are you there, brother?
What's going on, man? How's everything?
Good, man. Hey, thanks for taking the time to talk to us here on Leaving the Ring Radio, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you guys for having me.
So let's just get down to it. Look, I read something that your publicist threw out there saying that it was a big surprise that your guys' name was part of the three names that were being picked for Canelo Alvarez when your father had spoke to Oscar directly, and he had told your dad, "Not that we don't have any plans, not in the near future. You guys are not even in their thoughts." And then when you guys hear it throughout social media and throughout media that your name is in there,
I'm on a phone interview right now. My phone about to die. I need to do this. Go ahead, I'm listening.
So let me ask you, can you take us back of that day when you guys ran into the Golden Boy?
Well, I mean, I wasn't present at the time. You know, my father was Paul Andrade, Papa Bear, one of the greatest trainers that they have thus far. I guess my dad was over there, shooting her, and then he got in touch with Oscar and was like, "Yo, hey, what's up, man? Like, you guys talking all this mess that you are the best for the best. Let's get up in there and fight Demetrius. He got the WBO, and then since you guys are the best, you guys should be able to beat him, beat my son." And so I guess Oscar hit him with the 2-year thing. He was like, "Oh, maybe in 2 years, maybe in 2 years, maybe in 2 years." It was funny. It was funny because like 2 years turned into 2 weeks. In 2 week time, they say, "Oh, they're going to fight Demetrius Andrade, Joshua Kaladi, or James Kirtland." And I'm like, "Whoa, hold on! I haven't heard not one phone call, not one conversation, not even a rumor that they even reached out to my people." And so, therefore, they did not reach out to my people. They was using my name to boost up Canelo. He's going with the least dangerous opponent, and that is Joshua Kaladi. And last we all know, he did fight recently, but his last fight that we all know was against Pacquiao, and he didn't throw one punch. So
right.
How you supposed to be the best of the best? You running around, you screaming the best of the best name, but then end up fighting a guy that hasn't fought in how long? The last guy he fought was Mundine from Australia that was 50, 60 years old. Like, come on. That's funny.
So when you guys saw this, let me ask you this. So when you guys saw this going down, did your management team call Golden Boy office and say, "Yo, what's up here? I mean, our fighter's name's being dropped. Is there any truth? Is anybody going to answer any questions? And where are the contracts? Are we going to draw anything? Are we going to start bidding for this fight?"
Yeah, my dad, my manager Ed Farris was reaching out, wanted to know if this was going on, this was true. My promoter Artie Perulo and Joe DeGuardia, they was out and about traveling because they have out Jerry fighting Pacquiao. And so they've been working on that, and I haven't heard anything from them myself. So, I did the work and within my team, we did the work ourselves, reached out, and it was just funny how it was just using my name for the exposure to make it seem like Canelo was about to get in there with a world champ when it wasn't. It was that was his strategy. It was a good strategy. Don't get me wrong now. So I'm not mad at the boy trying to use my name to boost up his stocks, but come on, man, it's about that time. You're supposed to be the best of the best, so why not fight Demetrius Andrade? You should be able to beat Demetrius Andrade if you're the best. Like, if you feel that way, I should be a walking pop for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Gabriel, got anything?
Oh, absolutely. I've enjoyed watching you develop over the years, Demetrius. I wasn't quite sure, what you are, because I mean you're a really tall guy for the division. You tendency for me to just look at that guy and go, well, I'm not sure if he's going to be durable. But it seems like you've really gotten your legs underneath you more and more as each fight has moved along. Can you talk about your development as a fighter? Where do you feel you're at? I mean, I know you're a champion at this point. Do you think it's fight the other champions or nothing right now? Where are you at?
I am at a point in my career that I need to be more than what I am right now, and by me doing that, I feel like I need to fight these top guys. And so what I've been doing to prepare myself is, of course, studying myself, my craft, understanding and learning physical and mentally the mental and physical part of the game for me to, exceed and keep forward with myself and how I feel. I know, okay, well, my last fight, if I felt like I had a little more strength and conditioning in my legs and the power, I probably could have had Vanessa Monterosian out of there. But, I look back, I sit back, I study, we strategize, and then when I fought Brian Rose, everything that I said we needed to do, you guys got the perfect display that night, June 14th. Now, I'm looking to keep moving forward. I don't want to fight somebody like a Brian Rose caliber fighter. I want to fight somebody like Canelo. I want to fight for a belt. That's Carlos Molina if he, wins against Bundris that supposed to be coming up pretty soon. I'd love to get in with Floyd Mayweather, but you know what? It probably will never happen. He does have something I want at the 154 division weight class, so therefore I ain't no punk. I ain't scared. I give the dude all the respect in the world, man. He's a great role model in the sport of boxing, but he has something I have, so therefore either give it up so I can beat these bums, or not bums, but give it up so I can beat these so-called best of the best fighters out here, pound for pound, they say they are, but don't want to get in the ring with me, and so I can prove myself what I'm worth, and so the world can also see what Demetrius Andrade has, started from and how he ended up and what he's going to be.
Let me ask you this, because obviously,
once Floyd Mayweather retires, who they gonna look to afterwards? And that's me, man. I'm gonna be the man that everybody looks up to when Floyd Mayweather is done.
Let me ask you this, Demetrius, because you obviously got the physical and the athleticism as a fighter that most of us want to see in a champion. Okay, when you fought Martirosyan and Rose, do you think that hurts you more or less in a career? In a career way, do you think that sets you back with fight fans?
I don't see how it set me back. A lot of people want to see me fight. There's a lot of people that anticipating Demetrius Andrade's next outgoing inside the ring. So that I don't think it set me back. Now, as far as the exposure, the following, the big paydays, I'm not all the way there yet to have everybody, for me to say I'm the cash cow. But for me to be able to be that way, I have to fight these guys that do not want to fight me. It's me going to fight another, lesser opponent. That's all they're going to say. I want to fight somebody that's supposed to be well-known, that's supposed to be the man, and that's, a superstar in the sport of boxing at the 154 division. And I feel that that's me. And so the only way for me to get out there is by calling everybody out, and whoever wants to fight, let's fight. Like, you already know there's rumors about me moving up to 160. Like, I have never made that decision. That just came out of the blue. When I found out, everybody else found out about it. But after everybody else found out about it and thought I was giving up my 154 division belt, how did James Kirtland and Rosario get a fight at 154 when I told them, listen, if Canelo does pick Joshua Kaladi, why not fight? Why not? I would go on that same card and fight Kirtland, and the winner of Kirtland and the winner of Joshua Kaladi and Canelo will fight each other. And I'll have no shame of going on a co-feature knowing I have the belt. I still go on as a co-feature and show them that who's the best fighter out here, and that's me.
So there was not even a call back for the James Kirtland fight when you were calling for that fight too?
Nah, nothing. No, he was nowhere to be found. They want millions of dollars. I
remember that. I mean, that was quite a while.
I don't understand this. And then we got this callback dude. He gave up his title, and assumingly I'm supposed to be moving up to 160. Everybody knew there was 1.4 on the table. So I was like, all right, well, if that 1.4 still stands, I will gladly put on the muscle and the strength to move up to 160 and stay there if that same amount of number or my minimum is, at stake for me. But that's not the situation, so I'm not going to do that.
So where do you stand right now? Where you at right now? I mean, are you looking at any fights? Is there any fights being talked, or are you just kind of like sitting outside right now or looking in the window?
I mean, of course I gotta look in the window to see who's gonna jump. Nobody wants to fight me. Like, how is that? I stop somebody in the 7th round and I still have no fight date.
Yeah, I mean, have you talked to HBO? Because we're looking at
How does Canelo already have a fight before I? And it might be on HBO. Like, how does that happen against Joshua Kaladi? And I've been on HBO twice. My last fight was in the seventh round. At the end, I should be fighting by November, December, not next year in March. Like, I'm not making next year in March money. If that was the case, then I'd be like, all right, well, I'm chilling.
Are you asking your promoters these questions too, Demetrius? Let me ask you that. Are you asking your promoters this too? Like, how am I not fighting? What's going on? Like, why is this not happening?
You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I don't like to get and do any conflicts with my promotion team. I let my dad and my manager Ed Favres, Paul Andrade, my dad Ed Favres handle them, and I just play the back. And I give them my opinions on certain situations, and they do that. I don't want to get caught up in that. The drama. I just do what I do, and that's train, fight, and give my opinion out to my dad and Ed Favres, and they go ahead and do all that stuff there, and it usually ends up in my favor. But
is it possible?
And there's a time and point. Just like in any other sport. You got football, you got baseball, you got basketball. There's a middle school coach, high school coach, college coach, and a professional coach. So, and the same thing has to do with promoters. So, if they can some people only get you so far, hey man, what you gonna do?
Right. Yeah. What can you do?
Is it possible that you don't fight the rest of the year? Because you guys are, you're in a position, I understand you have a title and you want to make the money that you made in your last fight and you want to fight on the same kind of venue. But at the same time, waiting for that and sitting on the bench, isn't that kind of detrimental to you?
Not really. My gifts and talents are going to give me that longevity. I don't get hit, in the ring like that. So it's nothing for me to sit back and wait. If anybody really actually paid attention and followed me, I done sat for 6-7 months.
Right.
Fight.
Yeah.
Still look the way I look. So that's not going to stop me because I live this life, man. I'm always preparing myself for battle. Whenever that phone call comes and everything's right, I will gladly accept it. And I'm offering everybody my title. Like, don't people want to be the champ of the world? Don't people want to unify the division? I'm trying to do what they did back in the days. Like, the best fought the best. Sugar Ray Leonard fought Roberto Duran. Like, the best of the best. So why can't we do that now? Why everything got to be politics, promotions, not on with each other when at the end of the day it's hurting the fighters?
I agree.
I agree with you big time. Let me ask you this: when you see a champion relinquishes his title, what do you think of that person? When you see him go like, I don't want the title because I'm going to look for better and bigger things. And thank you for the title was in the way of me getting bigger fights. What's your thoughts?
That has to do with, like I just said, politics and the promotion and what's going on in the inside world. Like, there's stuff that we don't know about what's going on daily with people trying to make these big deals. And so, who was it? Rock Nation had the press bid, and Al Heyman is with Kid Chocolate is with Al Heyman, pulled them out. So something must be going on in that stable, and they're not getting along. But shit, I'm like, all right, well, if that opportunity came towards me, well, that same amount of money that was on the table needs to be on the table for me or more, because I feel like I'm more exciting than Kid Chocolate. No disrespect to him, but I feel like I'm a way more superstar than he is. He's just a cup star or whatever, but I'm a superstar. And my time will show, and I have greatness within.
Looking at the belts, and it's like looking at that, it's almost indicative of our time. A champion wouldn't value his belt and just give it up and give up a big payday. I'm curious for you, with your belt, would you kind of put yourself, rather than holding your belt and trying to hold court at 154, would you be more interested in getting into the Triple G kind of sweepstakes? And just moving to 160 and saying, look, HBO, let's do this.
A lot of people say I'm tall for my weight class, this and that. Brian Rose was the same height as me. Vanez was the same height as me. yes, I am lean. I have that, that fighting style where you don't know what I'm doing. My style is just everywhere, and it's unorthodox. And at the same time, I can go up to 160 and beat on them guys at 160. But if I do that, me following the sport of boxing and also being a boxer, I'm not going to do no mistake like Roy Jones Jr., go up weight class, come back down. If I'm going to go up to 160, I'm going to stay there. I'm going to build my body up the right way so I can have the strength and power also to keep these dudes off me, because I know that they're big guys too. They're coming from 190s. I'm only walking around 65, making 54.
Right.
I'm only 10, 11 pounds from my weight class, walking around without training, 2-3 times a week. So, you got Paul Williams. Paul Williams, how big is he? He's 6'3", taller than me, fighting at 154-47. So, therefore, that means what? People supposed to be scared of him, not fight him? Like, he makes that weight. His body is not massive, so, therefore, you can break his body down by going to the body. Like, if these people are smart, they use strategy to try to beat people. But at the end of the day, I got everybody's number, and that's the problem, and the money is more at stake with them because that's what everybody's fighting for, man. It's a business. They got families to feed. I can't blame them. I'm not mad at them. But it's like, when is it going to be my time to, get what's mine? And, me keep putting myself out there for the low, and while everybody else keeps getting the high, I mean, that's unfair. But I know my time's going to come, so, But, yeah, definitely would love to get in there with GGG, man. Like, once I build myself up, at the right, I'll fight this guy, Mac. It don't have to be this year. It can be next year for the belt. Gives me enough time to, put that muscle on, fight him, fight somebody else, see how I feel at the 160, and then definitely get in there with him. But it got to have to be for that, that paper. I don't see why wouldn't that be $1 million fight? My style versus his is the perfect matchup. That's like, that's damn near Alberto Duran and Sugar Ray Leonard. That's that type of fight right there.
Yeah, it's no doubt a nice fight. And it's frustrating watching this kind of logjam that you're not a part of it. I mean, you would think that HBO, who's always seems to be looking for a middleweight contender to handle their star guy, like they had the same problem with Sergio Martinez. They never seem to have anybody ready for him. So hopefully you get the winner of Kirkland Rosado. I would like to see that.
But I don't want the winner of that though. I don't want to fight nobody that's not above me. Like the people that's above me right now, for me to wait for that fight to happen, and say, no, why not me fight James Kirkland or Rosado right now on that Canelo card? Why I have to wait for them two to fight, for them to get the winner of me? That don't make no sense.
I agree with you. It doesn't make
You know what?
sense.
I got to tell you this, Demetrius, is that I think you should be managing and promoting your own fights, man. If anything, I think you're a good spokesperson for yourself, and you're able to sell yourself and come across fairly clear, man, to tell you the truth.
Yes, thank you, man. That's something that also in the talks, because sometimes some people can hold you back, man, and I don't need to be held back. I need to keep moving.
That's
like I said, there's amateur coaches, there's high school coaches, college coaches, and then there's NFL and NBA and Major League Baseball coaches. They're there for a reason, because they can get you to that next level, and that's how the game goes for everybody. So, I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Thank you for getting me this far. But thus this far here, you cannot see me no longer, my friend. I will see you later. Peace out. Adios, amigos.
There you go, man.
I don't blame the sentiment. I mean, you're sitting there with a belt. You're one of the most skilled fighters out there, and you're looking to prove just how good you are. And there's no reason why you should be sitting there.
You feel me? I'm prettier than Floyd Mayweather. Like, come on, who's tall, black, and handsome look like me out there, baby? That can rumble in the jungle. Shit.
I think in San Francisco, if I start commenting, man, I don't know what people are going to say, but I'll take your word for it on the tall, black, and handsome thing. But no doubt, you're skilled. I'll give you that. Are you going to be coming up to the Bay Area to train anytime soon? I know you'd come out, and I've missed you when you've hit the track out there with Remy and the guys.
Yeah, Remy, Victor, and them guys, them some great professional guys that taught me a lot in the aspect of how to treat and recover and retain the body and them guys just I'll probably once I get my next fight I'll be working my way out there and getting into like mini camps over there and getting in shape like greatness needs to be.
Cool. Well, I look forward to that, man. I'd like to connect up with you next time you have a mini camp out here. Well, champion, thank you so much for coming by. And I don't know, Dave, if you had any more questions, but I hope you get a fight, man. It's a very strange situation you're in.
Yeah, me too, man. I'm looking at everybody else, but why ain't I getting it? What am I not doing? Am I not winning? Am I not 21-0 with 14 knockouts? Do I not have the WBO belt? Like, can I not bring fans in the stand? Because I can. I damn near I had 900,000 viewers on HBO tuned in to see my fight. Fast.
Yeah, I don't really understand it. I mean, it seemed like you had ascended to that level, and it was time to start seeing you a few times a year. On the network.
Legit.
You got a belt? Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't really understand it.
Yeah, I worked this hard because, when I was younger and I wanted to go to the Olympics, I went to the Olympics. I won the 2007 World Amateur Games in Chicago. I put my mind to it. I got it done. And also I was like, I'm going to be a world champion. Now I'm a world champion. I thought people had their mindset to be at them calibers. Like, all right, I'm working this hard so I can be world champion. People working hard and they don't even want. But you don't want to fight the world champion. You don't want to be a champion.
Yeah, they're sitting on it now.
That?
Right.
What happened to that?
No. Oh, man.
Well, I'm just signed with this guy, and this guy's gonna give me all of the exposure, so I don't care anymore.
Yeah, I don't understand it. It's like they get to a certain level and they want it to be easy. And the guys that I admired, the Haglers, the Hearnses, the Durans, and Leonards, those dudes knew that there was only one way you were going to get it. Yeah, the money would come, but there was only one to really get the thing you can't buy, which is respect, and that's fight each other. I don't understand it.
Yeah, like Hagler and Hearns, that's like almost like a Mayweather and Pacquiao, but they did it though. They did it.
Right.
They made it happen.
They didn't complain.
Well, they dared to be great. That's what it was. They dared to be great. Hey, Demetrius, thanks for coming on, man. I really appreciate it. I got to tell you this, dude. This was a really great interview that you gave us here, and I think you got a new nickname, man. I'm supposed to be calling you Kid Rumble in the Jungle.
Yeah, Rumble in the
Andre
Jungle.
here.
Boo Boo, call me Boo Boo Bugatti. You know what I'm saying? I'm you know what I'm saying? I can't get the car right now, but I am one of those right there, man. That's funny.
There you go, brother. Hey, we wish you all the best of luck, and we can't wait to get you back on Leaving the Ring Radio with us again, brother.
Oh, yeah, man. Thank you for having me. All my followers and people that's tuned in, man, thank you for, being an advocating the sport of boxing, and also, just following. You can follow me, the Boo Boo Boxing, Demetrius Andrade, the Facebook, and Boo Boo, the letter A team, for the Instagram. Follow me. Tell everybody to follow me so I can get these fights. Tell everybody you know that follow Demetrius Andrade so he can fight Canelo. Because if followers is what they want, then help me get them followers so I can get these fights.
There you go.
There you go.
Follow him right now, man. Okay. All right, Demetrius. Thanks, brother. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you. God bless you.
Have a great evening.
All right.
Back at you.
All right.